So I'm going to do a review of the Giant Rain 2013 model. This is my bike. Had it for probably a year and a half, yeah, something like that, year and a half. Yeah, I've done a lot of riding on it, ridden almost everything on it, from downhill tracks to big kind of XC loops, and pretty happy with it. The only upgrades I've done a lot of upgrades actually. The rear shock came out with the standard Monarch, put the Monarch Plus RC3, and yeah, much more stable shock. Yeah, much better. Just makes the bike feel a lot bigger than it is, a lot more capable. The revelations at the front, they weren't that crash hot at the start. I pulled them apart. I had them serviced and they were a bit better. They just freshened up, and then I pulled them apart and I put some high quality oil in the damping side, in the damping cartridge, and cleaned all that out. And yeah, basically started again. Took the little O-rings out of the top here, where just inside there, they're little foam rings, and they just end up slowing the fork down, and I find they feel a lot better without them in. Never had an issue. Wheels, I've got a aluminium Haven on the front, which is really good, 21mm internal diameter. Pretty good wheel. It's still straight. I've never had to touch it. It's been through some hell. Had carbon ones on here. They both exploded, so yeah, I wouldn't run carbon again personally. I've got the narrow wide chainring, which is flawless. Upper guide, which definitely helps keep the chain in line, chain on top. And Shimano Z, a little bit noisy, but it's a clutch derailleur. Keeps chain. I've never dropped a chain, which is good. Except once I had the clutch turned off, so that was my own fault. Back wheel, reasonably heavy, just a Flow X. Still straight. It's taken a lot of beating, and really good. Tyres, High Roller 2 with the 3C at the front, just grip for days. Very good tyre, probably the best I've run. Not quite as good under braking as the Minion DHF, but rolls faster, corners a little better, I think. DHR2 at the back with just the 60A compound, rolls really fast, brakes well, corners really well. Yeah, overall the bike itself, 67-degree head angle, flies, absolutely flies. It's got me some fast runs and a couple of good results. And yeah, I love riding it. It's really small. It's a medium. It feels really small, but kind of suits me. 26-inch wheels, obviously, and yeah, I've test ridden Norco Range, Giant Rain 2015, and Trance 2015, and this thing climbs as well as all the rest of them. Doesn't quite accelerate through the rough stuff as much as the Trance did. The Trance was a real standout in comparison with all the others. It's definitely smoother. It feels like I can get the suspension to work smoother than both the Trance and the new Rain. But comparing it to the Norco Range, that thing's amazing. That's just the smoothest bike I've ever ridden. Yeah, cockpit, just got standard Elixir 1 brakes. They've been there since day one. I snapped the back one, so that's been replaced, but just another Elixir 1. People whinge about them, but if you bleed them right, you'll never have a problem with them, so I've bled them properly and they're just flawless now. Cranks, I changed the crank to a Z crank, so stiffer and a little bit shorter as well. I had a 180mm crank on there, and because I'm not super tall, I'm 5'10". Yeah, the 175s are much better. I could even go 170. Changing from the 180 to 175 definitely made a difference. Climbs became so much easier, and they just didn't have to put as much effort into the sprints and whatnot. It just felt a little bit more comfortable, and yeah, it was good. And the flat pedals, got the nuke-proof Neutrons, excellent grip, best pedals I've ever used. I've ridden clips before and not really a big fan of clips. They are good, but personally prefer flats, which is just a personal preference. So overall, for a year and a half of really hard riding, it's just taking it like a champ, and yeah, definitely got a lot more in it. So pretty happy. One day I might put some pikes on the front, but at the moment I'm pretty happy with the Revos. They creak a little bit, but yeah, it's to be expected. That's just bikes. So that's my review of the 2013 Reign. Oh yeah, it definitely corners like a boss. Very playful. Yeah, easy to throw around. These bigger rigs that are coming out now are a little bit harder, but once you learn to ride them aggressively, they're good. This thing, it's aggressive out the box, so you don't have to worry about it.